Aloha, beautiful souls. So, I have an announcement to make. I got married. And guess who I married? Source and the Om, the now, the Om, this one moment. This Om, this now is your spouse. Oh, if you fancy to still be in a connection, union, relationship, by all means, stay in such. And also, kin, also know that this now, this Om, one moment is your spouse. This now, which is God's source, all that is so, so vast, so infinite. That source, this now, as your spouse, has the infiniteness to bring so much more into your life and into this world and change as well and bring forth what we call miracles. So I am going to share something with all of yous. And this may just awaken many to a new world, a new level of consciousness. See, in the Bible, there are many, many references to the fact that we are children of God. Yet, what does this really mean? It means to be as Yeshua, Jesus, shared, of to enter the kingdom of heaven is to be childlike, be childish, childlike. That means in the awe, the wonder, the magic, the miracles, the amazingness of life, and all of its magnificence. And to process, heal, embrace, even those things that appear to be hurtful or painful as well. Yet, does this mean we are literally children of God, like what is said over and over again in the Bible? That God is a father and we are his children? Nay, necessarily. Now, I'm not here to bash the Bible. I am here to awaken folk to seeing things from a different way, though, which is, what if we are all grown-ups? Just as once our children we birthed and raised, they grow up and leave the nest. They are still our children, yet we see them and meet them where they are as our grown-up adult children and treat them with love, respect, and understanding as we would ourselves and all other adults. So as adults, as grown-ups, we then be our own mother and our own father within us. And though in the outer world, we may have our earthly parents still, we merge that child we are and we were, and we heal the wounded inner soul child within us and parent, reparent. And then we emerge and merge our father and mother within. And what is left? All that's left is all that is. This source, this now, this Om, this one moment. And God's source, being exactly that of all that is, can literally take on and be all forms, from a speck of dust to another human to a grain of sand and so on. And thus, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, two being as one, is thus then married within us. And this is who I married, this source, this divine. 'Tis fascinating that if you look really deeply, you will be able to see how we create a God source to match and keep the trauma that we have or the experience we feel of whether we are worthy of it, whatever. And if you look even deeper still, you can see how our relationships with our parents reflects, mirrors our relationship with Source God, the divine, rather than our connection, union with the divine first being there within the reflection of our relationships with our parents or anyone, really. Whilst the Bible, remember, written by humans, seeks to keep us all small in saying we are simply children, and what is a child? One who is dependent upon their father and mother or caregivers, and can they do it on their own? Many years gone now, as I came out of my deepest healing, of my inner soul child, and I did what I lovingly call growed up, I became integrated and healed as that integrated, healed adult with the childlike essence within me. And I stood afore Source, God, the divine, and married to this all that is in the now. And therefore, two being as one is the marriage that I merged into one with Source, with God. And thus we are all one. God and I and God are one. God, Source channeling through me as me in this now. And all that is this now, this Om, this one moment. It is from this knowledge that I share this with you. So instead of being God's child or the universe's child, in which we are seen as codependent and unable to function on our own without God telling us what to do, how about a more grown up approach of we are God's companions? We co-create together. We are in union with, communion with, connection with, married to, two being as one. And these things that I do, you can do in greater, as Yeshua, Jesus, shared, because you are the fullness of love, of in within this now, this Om, this one moment, this present moment. And the love that is Source, that is you, is so much more vast and infinite than any relationship, romantic or otherwise, this romantic relationship love. We are meant to have such connectional, relational love. And the invitation is to be free from making it bigger than the now of the all that is, that Source, God, the divine is. Because a connection, a relationship without the now, without God or Source, is an attachment. As it is an attachment to that relationship, connection, and that person being your only source of happiness. And that's attachment. Source is your source rather than another person, relationship, connection. Now, God, Source, can come through another, indeed. And at the same moment, the moment you make them your only source of happiness, or anything that this becomes an unhealthy attachment rather than love. And how do you know this is attachment? Because if they leave you, or if they want to grow and you stay stuck, or if they are with someone else, or if they choose a different path than you, if they do any of these things and you are resentful, mad, frustrated, upset, and wanting them to be the way you want them to be, and trying to change them, take a moment and ask yourself this: is any of that really love? Nay. That is an unhealthy attachment and codependence. Now, I am nay a Bible person, yet This is what the Bible means whence it says, "Thou shalt nae have any other gods afore me." How many times in your life, whether it is a person, situation, circumstance, that job you want, the car, the real relationship, whatever it is, how many times in your life did you make your God that and forget all about your connection to, with, for, in, and within Source God instead? And place this person, this thing on a pedestal and chase after it in an unhealthy attachment, wanting it or them to give you the happiness you seek, or whatever it is that you are wanting. Whence in this now, this Om, this one moment is God, and is what is here in your body of all that is. It is from that place of connectional and relational love that it then becomes a mirror of the love you are within you as a flow between two souls. As Khalil Gibran said, love one another, but nay, make a bond of love. Let it be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Give of your hearts, but not into each other's keeping. For only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And there is more in that quote from On Love in his works. Yet this is exactly what this means. It is free from being some airy-fairy thing. It is possible in relational love once you come from the love of the now, which is Source, which is God, in union, communion first. As within, so without. And it's that kind of connection, communion, union, relationship that we are meant to have with one another, romantically and in all forms. So, I invite you to get into connection, into communion, coming into union with the divine, and go get married to this now, this Om, this one moment, the present moment. For the present moment is all we have, and it is a present, that gift that is so amazing. And watch your world come alive in thriving aliveness.